What happens when two NBA teams, one with championship aspirations and the other just looking to prove they belong, meet on the court? Well, if you're the Golden State Warriors, things can go sideways pretty fast. On Monday night, the Warriors faced off against the Cleveland Cavaliers, and after the first 12 minutes, it seemed like they could hang with them. But by the end of the night, the Warriors were completely smothered, losing 113 to 95. So, what went wrong for Golden State? Was this just an off night, or is there something deeper here? Stay tuned as we break down the Warriors' brutal loss and why the Cavs made them look utterly helpless. Let's start with the opening quarter. The Warriors were up 27 to 26 at the end of the first period. It was a tight game, nothing that screamed blowout in the making. Golden State had some solid moments, with Curry playing well early on and both teams exchanging leads. The Cavs' backcourt duo of Darius Garland and Donovan Mitchell was showing some flashes of brilliance, but nothing that indicated the Warriors were in serious trouble. But we all know the NBA is a game of runs, and that's when things started to unravel for Golden State. And then came the second quarter. The Warriors scored only 11 points. Yes, 11 points. In an entire quarter. This was the beginning of a 42-16 run for Cleveland that gave them a commanding 23-point lead. Golden State couldn't hit a shot, couldn't find any rhythm, and couldn't stop the Cavs' attack. What's worse, the Warriors' inability to score off turnovers and capitalize on offensive rebounds made this even more painful to watch. They couldn't convert on second-chance points or capitalize on the mistakes Cleveland was making. It was like the Warriors had forgotten how to play basketball for 12 straight minutes. Now let's talk about the coaching decisions. Steve Kerr pulled Steph Curry and Draymond Green midway through the second quarter when the Warriors were still ahead. They sat on the bench for about 4 minutes, waiting for a stoppage that never came. When they finally got back in, Cleveland had taken an 8-point lead. It's decisions like this that really make you wonder if Kerr could have done more to stem the tide. The Cavs seized control, and Kerr's waiting for a stoppage to bring his stars back in seemed like a costly mistake. Let's dive deeper into the turnovers. Golden State committed 11 turnovers in the first half. You'd think that with that many turnovers, they'd be able to score off at least one or two, right? Wrong. The Warriors didn't score a single point off of those 11 turnovers. That's a problem. You cannot give up easy possessions and not capitalize on them, especially against a team as well coached as the Cavs. It's not just about making shots. It's about making the most of the opportunities you get, and don't even get me started on the missed putbacks. Jonathan Kuminga, Buddy Hield, and Trayce Jackson-Davis all had chances to score on offensive rebounds, but none of them could convert. At that point, it felt like the Warriors were trying to shoot themselves out of a slump instead of playing smart, efficient basketball. Now let's take a closer look at the individual performances. We've already talked about the team struggles, but what about the players who tried to step up? Trayce Jackson-Davis deserves a shout-out. Despite the loss, he was one of the brightest spots for the Warriors. He finished with 16 points and a career-high 16 rebounds. This was no easy feat. He was going up against Cleveland's dynamic front court of Jarrett Allen and Evan Mobley. Allen and Mobley combined for 19 points and 16 rebounds, so Jackson-Davis did a solid job battling inside. Still, his efforts couldn't prevent the bigger collapse. Moses Moody had another solid game. In just 21 minutes, he put up 19 points, 7 for 8 from the field. He was 3 for 4 from deep, and if you're a Warriors fan, you have to be encouraged by his efficiency. Moody has been developing well this season, and even though the team took a huge loss, his performance showed that there's hope for the future. Then there's Jonathan Kuminga, who finished with 18 points and 10 rebounds. He also got to the free throw line 14 times, but here's the catch. He only made 4 out of 15 shots from the field. Kuminga's still growing, but 4 for 15 shooting is not going to cut it in a game like this. That's going to do it for today's breakdown of the Warriors versus Cavaliers game. What did you think of Golden State's performance? How can they bounce back from this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more in-depth NBA analysis. Until next time, thanks for watching.